Okay, I think we're live. I've been messing around trying to get it to work. Hang on a minute. Okay, right. How we going? Louis defending Elvis. No, actually, Louis on Elvis Presley fan on keto. So what I decided, we've been doing it. We're having a Gladys Presley day, but when I say Gladys Presley, I also mean Vernon a bit, and Elvis, of course, the triangle. Yeah, I've always very much seen Elvis and Gladys and Vernon as one thing. I've always done that, always. And actually, Lisa Marie as well. But I'm on about the old school, you know, from the 40s, 50s. I've always seen them as a unit. Yeah, I very much support the beautiful relationship Elvis had with Vernon and Gladys. Yeah. So when I hear negative things about Vernon, I don't buy into it. I massively admire Vernon as well as adore Gladys. Yeah. So how is everyone? We're in my garden. I'll quickly read some of your comments. I want to try and find in the YouTube channel. I want to see if I can find Elvis talking about Gladys, because I know there's some stuff out there. So let's try and find that. I was going to read a comment first from Lady Capricorn, who on here is called Orion. So just so you know, yeah, let's just make sure we're not freezing up. Into keto, yeah. So a bit of veg, you know, bit of fruit. The number one thing: get them off the pasta, bread, the rice, potatoes. I've always found those things are the bad stuff, guys. Get them off those, you know, crisps, fizzy drinks, things like that, chocolate sweets, yeah, donuts, all that kind of stuff. So just make sure that I'm not freezing with anyone. Pat, Louis, I sent you a live video to your home video that you might want to do in the future. Yeah, I seen it, Pat. Thank you. Yep, one day. So what it is, I have a massive queue. The queue goes round the block of videos that have been sent me that people want me to do. Honestly, guys, I wish I could do everything sent to me. What I tend to do is wake up and do what my gut says. So today I woke up knowing I wanted to cover Gladys Presley. I knew it. I just had it in me here. I knew it. So you guys keep sending me stuff. I love it. Yeah. I love it that you guys send me stuff. I very much appreciate it. I always store it. And then when I wake up and I get that feeling here, boosh, yeah, we're off and away. So I want to make sure I'm not freezing up. Hi, Matt. Elvis had a Bible in which he wrote his grief missing Gladys. I'd love to read that out, Matthew. Right. So I wanted to read someone's comment. Now, obviously, because we were discussing, because it came up about the drinking, and we had the two videos from Billy Smith. I've had a few comments concerning that. I think it does seem to get a lot of interest. It's not really a topic I want to go into, but I thought, I'll read out Lady Capricorn's comment. Yeah. So she's only just sent it to me, Lady Capricorn. I'll just tell her we're live. Lady Capricorn obviously is a bit of a researcher, so there's a few of you on here now, guys, that are quite into researching, aren't you? Some of you, like obviously Matt is, but there's a few others that when I talk to them, I'm like, right, you. Some people really do make it their daily activity to really thoroughly research everything Elvis, and they have done their whole lives. I'm not that person. I'm a fan. In my garden today, I read every day, all day, but I will never call myself a researcher. I will never call myself that. I am never going to be an expert. I'm going to be a fan who has different opinions, that has Team Elvis, has a Defending Elvis Presley YouTube channel, and that has daily discussions. Please see me more as a discussion channel. Yeah. I am not the authority on Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. I get things wrong all the time. I make mistakes. I say the wrong name sometimes. I get dates mixed up. Seriously, guys, if I do things wrong, tell me, and put me right. Don't be worried to disagree with me. I actually would rather you did, because if I'm getting something wrong, tell me. So anyway, so we're in the garden, guys. Right, let's read this comment. I love it. In the UK, guys, today it's beautiful. So just so in case you're wondering, we did part 1 and part 2 of Gladys Day on defending Elvis Presley. I think 2 hours of that topic was enough for that channel. So defending Elvis Presley, we got 2 parts, 1 hour each. We've loved it. We had a lovely time. I think that's enough for defending Elvis, and I thought we're going to do an hour here at Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, and then we're going to do a dog walk on Elvis Presley long lost footage. So if any of you are not subscribed to Elvis Presley long lost footage, please do. Okay, guys? Because I do lives on there. How is everyone? Can you all hear me okay? That's what I'm asking you guys. Can you all hear me okay? Is it working? Is it stopped freezing? That is my question to you. Right, so let me get your comments on here. Is it someone's birthday? Karen. Is it Karen's birthday? Is it Karen's birthday? Karen, is it your birthday? Right, let me just get... It's Karen's birthday, yeah? Karen, how old are you? Let me know. Let me just... Right, I want to get your comments up, guys. Oh, your birthday. Okay. Well, welcome to Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, celebrating your birthday. So are we ready, guys? After 3, we're gonna sing Happy Birthday to Karen. I've got your comments on here now. Okay, guys, just checking who's with us. Well, Karen, I can't think of anything better to do than sit in my garden on a sunny day in the southwest UK, the absolute perfect weather, and sing Happy Birthday to Karen. After 3, everybody at Team Elvis. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. 57 years young. Karen, you do know on carnivore diet, on keto diet, 57 is very young. 57 young. Carolyn, tomorrow we're going to sing you happy birthday. Carolyn, 51, going on 30 tomorrow. Right, let's read the comment. Everyone loves you, Karen. You know that. Right, you are one of us. You are Team Elvis. Right. So, Lady Capricorn, who does disagree with me sometimes, does tell me off. She's called Orion on here. I like Lady Capricorn. I like Orion. She's great. Right. So look, she's talking to me about an hour ago. Gladys did not come from a genetically healthy family. So I think that is quite clear. There's a couple of books now, isn't there? There's Forrest Tennant's book, which I always forget what that's called. Dr. Forrest Tennant. Matthew, do you know Dr. Forrest Tennant's book, the name of it? And there's Destined to Die Young. We know that Sally Hoddle, I've had a few disagreements with Sally Hoddle. Sally Hoddle, for me, is a bit of a thorn because she dobbed me into YouTube for reading one chapter of her book and got me a strike, a YouTube strike. So I'm not happy with Sally Hoddle, the author of Destined to Die Young, but I will say I forgive her. Yeah, Sally Hoddle, I forgive you. You shouldn't have done it. It's naughty, but I forgive you. Now, concerning her book, there are many things in that book that is is defending Elvis. Yeah, I have to give her some credit. Some of the book Destined to Die Young does defend Elvis, and it does go into the history of Elvis. She's done a lot of research. She's been to Tupelo. She's met many people in the Elvis community, the Smiths. She's done a lot of research. She's also used a lot of other people's research as well. A lot of it, yeah? A massive amount of it, in fact. But I will say this. Anything that defends Elvis in any way has got to be a good thing. Yeah? So I'm okay with the book. I don't like the title. The title, Destined to Die Young, I completely disagree with it. I don't think Elvis was destined to die young. I don't believe it. I do think Elvis was destined to be unwell, because Elvis did have a lot of very serious health problems that could have started from childhood. Yeah? So even maybe from a baby. So I do think Elvis was going to get more unwell as he got older. But there's no way I think Elvis was destined to die at 42. No way. So I disagree with the title, Destined to Die Young. I completely disagree. Yeah, and Matthew, Sally Hoddle has said a few things I disagree with. You know, she knows where I stand with her. I don't agree with her thing where she tries to tell the fans off for having opinions that are negative towards Priscilla, the Memphis Mafia, Colonel Tom Parker, Dr. Nick. She tells us off. She says, stop being negative. Elvis wouldn't want it. I don't agree with Sally Hoddle's views on that. I think it's bullshit. I think we, the fans, to defend Elvis, we have to bring up the negative stuff that is said about him, that has been done to him, and the horrible lies that are constantly being said about him. Yeah. So my words to Sally Hoddle is very simple. Let the fans defend Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline. Don't tell them off. Don't talk down to the fans like they're children. Let them have their say. That's what I say to Sally Hoddle. And also, shame on you for getting me a YouTube strike because I read one chapter of your book. That is just so wrong. Yeah, I'm a fellow Elvis fan. Come on. But I will, to be fair, I will say her book is a defending book. Anything that defends Elvis is a good thing. In some ways, it defends Gladys as well. Okay? Right, so let me just... yeah, she uses Orion, that's it. So Capricorn 1, Orion, in homepage to Jimmy Ellis. You're confusing me. The Jimmy Ellis bit, explain that to me, please, Matthew. Right, let's quickly check your comments. So obviously, Matt, you're quite new to our channel. So we have had a lot of drama, Matthew. We've had a lot of drama with many people, and Sally Hoddle was one of them. So I don't hate her or anything. I just disagree with many of the things she says. Like she did a post saying that you can't die from a broken heart. It's ridiculous. Of course you can die from a broken heart. It's just she comes out with some stupid stuff sometimes. But I will be fair. There are some parts of her book that are very good. Even though she won't let me read any of it on YouTube. Right. Uppity. I think that's a good way of putting it, Matthew. I don't mind her opinions, but her interpersonal skills are lacking. Well, Matthew, have you watched her opinion on fans having negative views about the wrongdoing to Elvis? Have you seen that video? Because then you may change. You may then say you do mind her opinions. Yeah, Matthew? Have you watched it? It's on her YouTube channel, Sally Hoddle's YouTube channel. You may change your mind. Fans that defend Elvis should not be told off. Should not be told off. It's okay to bring up the wrongdoing to Elvis because it's how we defend him. Yeah. Homepage in honor of Jimmy Ellis, huge Elvis tribute act, right after passing. I know your drama talked about on all Matthew. I know the drama talked about on all the Elvis channels. I know why. Matthew, why is everyone so interested in our drama? But we're not all about drama. We're all about defending Elvis. But the defending causes drama. You know, if I disagree with someone's views on Priscilla and then we have drama, does that mean I started it? Do you see my point? Yeah. I defend, and then the drama comes back at me, then I defend myself. That's basically what happens. Yes, I watched the whole of fans. I thought she was talking to another channel which had just happened to tell her off. I don't know, actually. I never thought of it that way, Matthew. I never thought of that she was telling someone off. Interesting. That's not how it happened with me. With me, I came across the video, the Sally Hoddle video, and then I thought, that ain't right. You shouldn't be telling us how to, talking to us like children just because you've had an education. Because part of what Sally was saying was, oh, I've had an education, I'm a writer. I know better. There's a bit of that. Don't like it. Don't like it. Hi, Linda. Right, so we got... Let me read Lady Capricorn's comment. Let's see. So, Gladys did not come from a genetically healthy family. None of her siblings lived much beyond 50. I think that is probably in the Sally Hoddle book. I, however, do not believe the silly book by Sally Hoddle. Yeah, and this is my point, guys. There's things in there that are just silly, but there's also things in there that are good. Yeah. As for Gladys and drinking, I do not think she was an alcoholic. Yeah, I definitely don't think she was an alcoholic. However, I think she did drink more after Elvis became famous. She felt she was losing him. 100%. I believe that. And then she goes on to say, and the way she lost him twice. In a way, she lost him twice. Once to fame, once to the army. That is a very clever comment. She lost him twice. Once to fame, once to the army. Now, I've read about this. They were together every day. They were together all the time. So as soon as Elvis has this almost overnight stardom, yeah, she definitely feels like she's losing her boy. She worries about his safety constantly, yeah. So for Gladys, Elvis not being famous, not becoming famous, would have been a perfect world. Do we agree with that? Elvis not becoming famous would have been a perfect world for Gladys. We all know that Elvis would have not died at 42 if he had not become famous. Yeah? Fame affected him in so many ways, including his health. We must all admit that. There's a chance that Elvis would have lived into his 90s if he had not become famous. It's very difficult because millions and millions of lives have been transformed because of Elvis. So if he had not become famous, that wouldn't have happened. So it's tough, guys. I think she did drink more after she became famous. She felt she was losing him. In a way, she lost him twice. Then again in the army, I think the army was a tipping point for her. I think it's frightened her to the point of making her sick. Yeah, I understand that comment, but I also think she wasn't well. I also think, from what I've read, that she may have had problems with her liver, 100%. I don't know about the drinking. I don't know about the diet pills, if they did any harm. I don't know if the bit that she drank did any harm. I know she had a cardiologist that she was seeing in Memphis, and after let me just want to sit up a bit, guys. Can I just bring this a bit forward because I'm leaning forward, but it's making my tummy hurt. Okay, that's better. So I hope you can still hear me. I know that she had a cardiologist and that she saw in Memphis and had money to see the doctor. I also think she did have predisposed liver issues to any drinking she did in 1956, 1958. So any drinking she did from 56 to 58. Let me just move this a bit nearer, guys. So I don't have to lean. So I don't want to lean forward, Okay, right, that's better. Can you still hear me okay? I'm going to move this a bit forward as well. Can you still hear me okay, guys? Let's have a look. It's just tight on my tummy. Let's loosen things up. Let's loosen things up a bit. Right, okay. That's better. So I just had steak and eggs and bacon. Steak, eggs and bacon, guys. That's what I had for dinner. Right, okay. Let's have a look. I know she had a cardiologist that she saw in Memphis after she had money to see doctor, and I also think she had predisposed liver issues. So any drinking she did from 1956 to 1958 would not have been good for her. Gladys could never have imagined when Elvis was young and what would become of him in his early 20s. It was all too much for her. She actually, what's that, Wario? She actually, in her early 20s, it was all too much for her. She actually wanted to quit. She actually wanted Elvis to quit. I've never heard this. After he had amassed a small fortune and opened up a furniture store. Did anyone know that? Did anyone know that Gladys wanted Elvis to quit everything and open up a furniture store? I've never heard that before. Never heard that. Let's have a look. And open up a small furniture store, then get married and give her children. Obviously, Elvis had other ideas. Of course, he's not gonna. He's not gonna go and open up a furniture store. Gladys suffered a very hard life from the time she was a child. See, I want to discuss this, guys, a little bit. Now, yes, of course, Gladys went through hell with Vernon going to prison. Picked cotton in the fields. She would drag Elvis behind her in the cotton fields in some kind of sachet thing while she picked cotton. Yeah. Obviously she lost, she had a stillborn birth with Elvis's twin Jesse. So yes, she definitely had a very, very, very tough life. But I still say this, for her happiest years were in Tupelo. I really believe that. And the early years of Memphis. Tupelo, Memphis. I completely take on board that she struggled. She had a very tough life. Yeah. Some terrible times. Of course, when Vernon went to jail, that was horrific for Gladys and for Elvis. Right. So Gladys suffered a very hard life from the time she was a child. I read the book The Roots of Elvis by Gary Lindbergh, a very good and interesting book about the Smith Presley families. I would suggest to anyone who loves Elvis to read it. I love Elvis. I hate reading. I love Elvis. I don't like reading books. But yeah, great advice. Great advice. Now let's read your comments. Thanks for that, Lady Capricorn. That was a brilliant comment. Let's see the response. Gladys grew up with zero medical attention until Elvis had money. Oh, how can we prove that? How can we prove that, Hillbilly Cat? That's quite a big thing to say, that she never had any medical attention until Elvis became famous. How old was she when Elvis became famous? Remember, if someone says something, I want them to back it up. Yeah. So if she had Elvis in 1935, how old was she? 23. And then you just said until Elvis had money. 20 years later, 21 years later, 20 years. So that means you're saying, Matthew, I always give you a hard time, Matthew. You're saying that she didn't have any medical attention until she was in her 40s. I find that hard to believe. Sorry, mate. Please back it up. Anyone that says anything that I think and they're saying it as truth, I will dispute it without evidence. We have to. I don't think Gladys was an alcoholic. She just liked her wine like I used to. Right, Carolyn. How do you know she liked her wine? I'm going to say it to you as well, Carolyn. She just liked her wine like I used to. I've never heard that she liked her wine. Now, we heard Billy Smith saying that she would like a bottle of beer. I've never heard her say she liked her wine. Maybe a drink a little too much, but who doesn't? I'm not against people having a drink, guys. if anyone is a bit of a drinker, it's fine. I am against someone who's drinking themselves to death. That's different. I've had some ex-girlfriends that were heavy drinkers. It's not nice. It's not nice. My wife only drinks if she goes out. So if my wife meets the girls, she will drink quite a lot. Yeah. She's a double vodka lady, but only special occasion. Yeah. She doesn't, we have never drunk at home ever. We literally have never drunk at home. It's just something we've never done. But go out and drink. Yeah. I mean, I don't drink now anyway. Don't forget, I was a DJ. I run bars and nightclubs for nearly 30 years. So I got bored of drinking. I got very, very bored of drinking. Gladys nearly died the day Elvis was born, almost bled to death. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. But that definitely wouldn't surprise me. But do we know this? Again, Matt, do we know this? Is this proven? Is this in any medical records? But it wouldn't surprise me. She had a stillborn child, you know. So how many people have had a few drinks to even steady? Yeah, come on. It's okay to have a few drinks, guys. Not a big deal. Not a big... I tell you, when I was a DJ, I had a lot more than a few drinks. Even when I started drinking when I was about 15. Yeah, I've always drank, but I haven't drank in the last 15 years. I haven't really drank. Not really. I don't even like the taste of alcohol. I can't stand it. Maybe on a very cool summer's day, I'd have a half a lager because it's refreshing. I'd probably do that. Gladys was so scared that the war would break out while he was serving in the army. Hepatitis forces, liver fat. Right, okay, so... yeah, so I've read many times. I've read she was scared that a war would break out. I've read that, but do we know that she had hepatitis, Karen? I've read it a few times, but do we know she had it? Do we know it? I'm interested to know that. Linda, I did quit though. I'm too old for that. Yeah, I get it. This was before he went to prison. Are we talking about her medical stuff? Because obviously when he went to prison, Elvis was very small, wasn't he? He was tiny. He was. Well, I actually don't know. I do know the year because we've done a live on it. Remind me, guys, what year did Vernon go to prison? We've done a couple of lives on it, haven't we? Travis was not in Tupelo jail because Vernon's daddy bailed him out. Yeah. So let me just try and remember. So even that, it's been a while, guys. But when we did our live stream on it, wasn't it the guy who gave the loan? You know, when they built the house on Sotillo Road, yeah, the shotgun house. Obviously, Vernon built it with, was it with Travis? Yeah. There was a man who put up a loan. The guy that they sold the piglets to, yeah. Wasn't the check fraud based on these piglets that was sold? They weren't happy with the amount of money they got, so they altered the check because they felt they were underpaid. Yeah. But wasn't it that man who did the mortgage on Sotillo Road? Wasn't it him that also got them bailed out? And Gladys as well. So Gladys behind the scenes was writing letters. Then you had this landlord, because obviously they had to move out. This is what I've learned. I could be wrong. They had to move out of the house in Sotillo Road because they couldn't afford the payments. The guy that gave them the loan is also the guy that got Vernon put in prison. But I also read that the guy who got Vernon put in prison helped get him out early because didn't he only serve half of his sentence? So is it the guy who loaned Vernon the money to build the house? Isn't it him that got him imprisoned? Isn't it him that got him out early? Tell me, guys. I'm learning. We did this quite a while ago. Matt, didn't Gladys and Elvis stay with family while Vernon was in jail? Yes, I heard that when Vernon went to jail, Gladys went to live with her in-laws next door. Yeah, her in-laws. Yes, brother-in-law, whatever it is. But they didn't. But Gladys didn't like her in-laws, so she moved. She moved away again. Yeah, so she wasn't with her in-laws long. That's what I read. That's what I read. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's been a while, guys, so I've forgotten a lot of it. Gladys spent 1 or 2 days in hospital the day after Elvis was born. That was in her medical ATTN. Let's have a look. Gladys was not an alcoholic. Having a couple of drinks even every day is not an alcoholic. Billy Smith also says she was not. Stories always get overblown. Yeah. Dan, I don't know if you've watched part 2, but at the beginning of part 2, we do play Billy Smith's videos. Yeah, I could play them again. Does anyone want me to play them again? Because I will if you want me to. They're only short. They're only a minute each. Gladys did not have medical attention until her 40s, other than those days in the hospital. Am I reading the same comment again? I'd like proof of that. Martha, after Vernon and Travis went to prison far away, Gladys lost the house and moved in with relatives. That's how I remember it. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. They lost the house and moved in with relatives. Right. I remember Gladys. Let's have a look. I will only have a vodka as well, Debbie. We're all teetotal now. Come on. Yeah, Billy. Yeah, that's right. Billy in the video did say that it was just the odd beer now and then. He did say that. No, but he did. No, but there's 2 videos. He did say that if she, that well, how did he word it? We're gonna have to play it, aren't we? He did say, I think I'm sure he said when Elvis was away, she would maybe have a drink and it didn't mix with the diet pills. Is that what he said? I'll play it again. All right, you're assuming, Carolyn. Yeah, but Carolyn, you know when we assume, I'm gonna go, we need proof. But we are a discussion, so that's fine. Yes, that's it, Linda. I think the man that loaned the money helped get Elvis out. That's what I read. Yeah. Is that him there? Orville Bean. Orville Bean pressed charges. He did loan the money for the shotgun house. That's it. But he also helped get him out. Maybe he felt guilty. Yeah. I've done a video about Orville Bean. We went to his graveside and everything. Caroline, it's so rare when I do. I can't. Yeah. As you get older, you can't do it. Orville did write a letter. Yeah, there we go. Orville did write a letter after Vernon was in prison to Gladys, probably to get her to leave the house. Oh, well, I heard he helped get him out of prison early. That's what I heard. That's the bit I read, yeah? Doesn't make it proof, it's just what I read. So, guys, shall I play Billy Smith's videos again? I think we should, because there's people here that haven't watched it. What proof of no medical would you like? The hospital stay is part of the history recorded by the doctor. What proof of no medical attention would you like? It's very simple, Matthew. You said that she had no medical help until Elvis got famous. Yeah? Till Elvis had money. That's a long time. That means you're saying she's had no medical attention in 40 years. I find that hard to believe. Any proof that shows that. Very simple. Right. Orville did not help Gladys from the kindness of his heart. Yeah, but that was earlier. Yeah. Now, Matt, remember, I have done some research. Yeah. We did a couple of lives on this. Let's relook at it, yeah? Now, yes, I know that he repossessed the house, yeah? But later, Gladys was begging the authority to let Vernon out because she couldn't cope on her own to bring up poor Elvis on her own. She couldn't get a proper job because she had to be with Elvis. So she was begging. So eventually, Orville helped her get him out. Yeah? Yes, you had to pay the doctors for a house visit. The only visit recorded on the pot is for Bob's death. Okay? I still don't think I still don't believe that means no doctor saw her for 40 years. I just don't believe it. It doesn't make sense. My common sense says, nah, she wasn't that well, was she? So I'm not going to accept that as evidence. You had to pay the doctor. Right, okay. Right, let's move on. I'm going to play those videos, okay, guys? Let's get them up. Right, here we go, guys. Right, okay. Let's do it. I'm going to play those videos again for the people that didn't watch them, okay? Here we are. Here we go, guys. Defending Elvis Presley. Don't forget, we have a Facebook page. Anyone watching? Defending Elvis Presley is our Facebook page. We have a chat on there. At the moment, I've set the chat that you have to be accepted or invited because I'm getting rid of any scammers. It seems to be working quite well, actually. So anyone wants to join, please join the Facebook page. It's completely free. Please join the chat. It's a great 24-hour chat. Okay, guys? Right, let me get the comment up. Let's have a look. Where are we? These two videos, okay? We're going to play them both. They're very short. They're very short. I'll get my earphones on. I know a lot of you have already watched them, but I do think it's important because I think for some reason this topic of the drinking is important to people. There's a lot of interest. So I think for the sake of 2 minutes, I think it's worth letting everyone see them. Okay, guys? Okay. Here we go, guys. Let me turn the volume on.
You know, scanned around to ask other people that
not necessarily me,
not necessarily Billy, but like Patsy or.
When she worried, she drank more. That family has a history of it. I mean, my father's in that family, and he did, and his brothers and all that, you know. And it brought that on, and by that, her drinking more, naturally, you know, it got to some of the pill taking to lose weight, and two, not realizing, you know, when drinking and you're mixing this together, that's just not good, you know. And she already had liver disease, too.
Yeah, she said cirrhosis of liver.
She had a history of it. I mean, my father's in that.
You know.
Right, I'll play it again, then we're going to play the other one, okay?
People that
not necessarily me,
not necessarily Billy, but like Patsy or.
When she worried, she drank more. That family has a history of it. I mean, my father's in that family, and he did, and his brothers and all that, you know. And it brought that on, and by that, her drinking more, naturally, you know, it got to some of the pill taking to lose weight, and two, not realizing, you know, when drinking and you're mixing this together, that's just not good, you know. And she already had liver disease, too.
So that's one video, but let's listen to the next one. Let's find it a minute, guys. This is for the people that didn't watch it earlier, okay? Let's have a look. Here we go, guys.
Once again, let me make this clear. For the idiots that supposedly made her look like a drunk. Not to say she didn't drink. She drank beer sometimes. Never hard liquor. But she drank beer sometimes. But I never saw that woman even tipsy, much less drunk. And believe me, I was around her whole life. Go ahead.
I just wonder who could have told them that. I mean, who would have been able to give that information? That's why I think they should have maybe, scanned around to ask other people that
Not necessarily me.
Not necessarily
You don't
Billy,
have
but
to
like
ask me.
Patsy or.
And
So guys, yeah. So guys, I personally don't think Gladys had a drinking problem. So we're defending Gladys. We're saying that people are being very unfair to her, that are portraying her in a way that she was a heavy drinker. I don't think she was. I really don't. I want to play this one more time.
and this again, once again, let me make this clear for the idiots that supposedly made her look like a drunk. Not to say she didn't drink. She drank beer sometimes, never hard liquor, but she drank beer sometimes. But I never saw that woman even tipsy, much less drunk. And believe me, I was around her whole life. Go ahead.
I just wonder who could have told them that. I mean, who would have been able to give that information? That's why I think they should have maybe, scanned around to ask other people that
Not necessarily
were there.
me.
Not necessarily
You
Billy,
don't have
but
to
like
ask me.
Patsy.
So I think, my guess is that they're referring to the Baz Luhrmann film. I don't know, because obviously the Baz Luhrmann film, I think, very unfairly portrayed Gladys as a drinker, which I think was wrong. Yeah, and maybe this is a reaction to that. I think what Joe is saying, I'm just thinking out loud. Doesn't mean it's happened. That I think Joe is saying, I'm guessing now, whoever gave the Baz Luhrmann people information on Gladys, on how she drank, her diet pills, things like that, didn't tell her the truth. Didn't tell them the truth. Yeah. I personally don't think Gladys had a problem with drinking. I don't. So I defend her. Yeah. We believe Billy, don't we? Billy Smith is saying how it is. We believe him. So do any of you want to comment on that? Yeah. So Dan, you think it's about the movie. Does anyone want to comment on those two videos? Yeah, before we move on. So, yeah, with Matthew, I think Matthew agrees. Orville wrote a letter because Gladys insisted. Well, Orville, I agree with you. I mean, what am I calling you Orville for? Matthew. So we agree he wrote a letter to help get Vernon out of prison. Yeah. But the bit where you throw in, where you say Gladys insisted, we don't know that. And the other bit is, what leverage did she use? This is just your hearsay. Yeah? So it's fine, Matthew. You throw in your opinions. You throw in, the bit like Gladys insisted and what leverage did she use? But it's your words. If I go by the stuff that I've read that I think can be proved, it's 100% that Orville loaned Vernon the money to build the house with his brother, whatever it is. And Orville, had them kicked out because they couldn't pay the mortgage payments. But I've also read, and I think there is documents that prove it, that Vernon did ask the authorities that Orville did ask the authorities to let Vernon out early, which he did get out early. Didn't he serve 18 months out of 3 years? He was given 3 years. Is that correct? Tell me if I'm wrong. He only served 18 months because of Orville and because of Gladys basically begging them to let Vernon out. She was obviously had to bring up poor Elvis on her own. Yeah, so she needed to work, didn't she, guys? So anyway, that's it. We don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, yeah? Yeah, Billy was referring to the Baz Luhrmann film. He said they made them all look like they were country bumpkins, like they had no sense, and he wasn't happy. Yeah, I think I've seen things about that, haven't I? Yeah, and I don't blame him being upset. I don't blame him. If that's how they made them look, it's not fair. I personally think Billy should be included in all of it. He grew up with Elvis. He came with Elvis from Tupelo to Memphis. Come on. He's Elvis's cousin. Get it? Come on. The Smiths have been very unfairly treated. Very unfair. We all agree on that, don't we? It's horrendous how they've been treated, how they've been squeezed out, left out. It's not right. It's not right. Yeah. Baz was so wrong when he had no right putting it in the movie. Yeah, and maybe he was influenced by Priscilla. We don't know. I'm not a massive fan of Baz Luhrmann's film. I like some of it. There's many things in Baz Luhrmann's film I don't like. And I don't agree with, yeah? Gladys drinking is exaggerated, as is her loneliness and sadness. I agree the drinking is exaggerated. I don't agree the loneliness and sadness. Matt, you and me, we disagree on a lot of things. Matt, Matt, please know I respect you, but I 100% don't agree with you. I think that Gladys got very lonely. I think she really missed Elvis a lot, like intensely. And I think it did make her very, very sad. Now, guys, you put it in your comments. How many of you on this live stream now think that Gladys would get very lonely and very sad because she missed Elvis? Come on. Matt, come on. I'm sorry, my friend, but you're so wrong on that comment. In my opinion, for entertainment purposes, there are the things put in the movies for effect, drama, never take things. In fact, yeah, I agree. Dan, I agree. We do know Gladys insisted all will be revealed when I get there. Matt, you make me laugh. Okay. You do make the live streams more interesting. I'll give you that. You're very opinionated, Matthew. Very opinionated. Right, let's have a look. There is quite a bit that in the movies that is not true. Yeah. Elizabeth, I agree with that. I totally think Billy should be included. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm a big supporter of the Smiths. Memphis Mafia Kid. Also, Elvis fans matter. I'm a massive supporter. I've had a little ding dong with Danny, but I still massively admire him and love his channel, and I fully respect him. As at the end of the day, he's Elvis's family. He's Elvis's bloodline. So I can have a disagreement with someone, but still highly respect them. Yeah, guys. I have nothing against Smiths. I fully support Smiths. Right. Be honest with you, I'm amazed they even know who I am. Honestly, I'm amazed they even know who I am. Right. Yeah, Louis in the UK. You know what I mean? So no, they're great. So let's have a look. So Karen, she missed Elvis so much, I believe, when Elvis went in the army. But not just in the army, Karen. When Elvis became famous, so he was going off and performing, traveling big distances, poor Gladys, a lot of the time, was left at home. So I think she missed him, really, from the moment he became famous. Karen, I really believe that. Gladys did miss him, but she was worried about his safety. There we are. That answers Matthew's comment. Never got lonely. Was never sad. I'm teasing Matthew. Matt, I'm teasing you. For Emma. Oh, I love this. Matthew, for entertainment purposes, I will show Gladys was not lonely and sad more than anyone else you will see. Okay. For entertainment purposes, thank you. I'm just having fun, mate. I'm just having fun. We love Matt, so glad. Yeah, we all look. Come on. We like Matt, but I also like disagreeing with him. Opinions are good. These are good discussions. I agree. Now, the problem we've got, guys, is we're 50 minutes in. So I won't let this go over an hour. So we've only got 10 minutes left. But we are going to do one more live stream on Elvis Presley long lost footage on a dog walk. So please subscribe to Elvis Presley long lost footage on YouTube, okay? Now let's just try and get a couple of clips in before the 10 minutes run out. Yeah? Should we do that? Let's just, I don't know what they are. I'm just going to click on and see what happens.
Elvis Presley was inducted into the U.S. Army on March 24th of 1958. Gladys and Vernon were there supporting their son. The expression on Gladys's face, you could see the sadness, the emotional impact of preparing to send her only son for 2 years away from home.
So I was reading Matt's comments. Yeah, it's good to disagree. Disagreements bring viewers. I never thought of it in that way. I just like disagreeing. I'm joking, mate. I'm joking. Right, let's have a look. What's this one? Oh, that's good. Let's just kick on a few, yeah?
Like this photo of Gladys relaxing on a bench on the porch in this undated shot I saw in the trophy building a couple of years ago. Like this photo of Gladys relaxing on a bench on the porch in this undated shot I saw in the trophy building a couple of years ago.
So undated shots. Interesting, guys. What is this? Here we go. Let's listen to this one. So we're just going to click on a few things, guys.
Fancy, she just stayed the same all the way through the whole thing. I wish, you know, there's a lot of things happened since she passed away that I wish she could have been around to see. It made her very happy and very proud. Fancy, she just stayed the same all the way through the whole thing. I wish, you know, there's a lot of things happened since she passed away that I wish she could have been around to see. It made her very happy and very proud. Fancy.
Oh, I love that. Oh, guys, that is my favorite comment. My favorite clip we've done. I wonder if I'm going to try and play it again. It's going to let me, especially in the police department. We know Elvis loved the police department. So we've got a couple of minutes left. We'll play a couple more. That was brilliant. That was, honestly, guys, that was so good. Let's see what else we can find. Let's try this one.
You know, so anything fancy, she just stayed the same all the way through the whole thing. I wish, you know, there's a lot of things happened since she passed away that I wish she could have been around to see. It made her very happy and very proud. But that's life. I can't help it. Oh, it's funny. She never really wanted anything. You know, so anything fancy, she just stayed the same all the way through the whole thing. I wish, you know, there's a lot of things happened since she passed away that I wish she could have been around to see. It made her very happy and very proud. But that's life. I can't help it.
I think we're going to end on that, guys. That brilliant, beautiful, beautiful. Listening to Elvis. So, guys, we've done more or less an hour. What we're going to do, this is the plan. We're going to do a dog walk. We're going to do it on Elvis Presley fan on keto. No, sorry. We're going to do it on Elvis Presley long lost footage. I'll type it here for you. I'm probably, because it's so nice, I'm probably going to do two dog walks. I'll do one here, Elvis Presley long lost footage. Then we'll do one last one on defending Elvis. So please, please subscribe to Elvis Presley long lost footage so we can all be on that live. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. And thank you to Matthew. Come on, guys. We love Matthew. Yeah, we like a bit of interaction. We like a bit of debate. I like, testing my knowledge, because Matthew says things and then I try and remember what I've learned, and then we sort of go back and forth. Yeah, I'm not a researcher, but I have done a lot of reading, and I've done a lot of I've read thousands and thousands of things that you guys send me. Thousands of things. I always read them. So because I've read so many different things, I do have a bit of an understanding. So when people throw facts at me, I do have something to draw on, but no way am I a researcher. No way. I'm learning fast, but I'm a fast learner. Okay, guys? So I completely think it's cool that, thank you, Matthew. I think it's really cool that we can debate it, discuss it, we can disagree with each other, and don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. Yeah, it's like we could disagree, agree. I just make a joke of it. I just have a bit of fun with it. It's never personal with me, ever. Thank you, Matthew. I've got to go. 3 or 4 minutes. We're going to do a dog walk. Maybe a little bit longer, but dog walk next on Elvis Presley long lost footage. Gotta go, guys. Take care, everyone. Thanks to everyone for joining me. I really appreciate it. Happy birthday for Gladys on the 25th of April. Happy birthday, Gladys Presley.